Imagine gliding over sand, snow, potholes, and trails without breaking a sweat and without feeling every bump in your spine. In this video, we're counting down 7 of the best fat tire e-bikes you can buy right now, from budget-friendly beasts to premium trail-ready machines, and by the end, you'll know exactly which one fits your commute, your weekend adventures, and your wallet. 7. ZDZA ZA1. This is a 26-inch fat tire electric bike that's all about raw power and all-terrain capability at an aggressive price point. It packs a 1500-watt peak brushless rear hub motor and can reach up to about 28 miles per hour, which immediately puts it in the serious power category, especially if you're used to typical 500 to 750 WT commuter e-bikes. Paired with a 48V removable battery, it claims up to 40 miles of pure electric range and up to around 72 miles in pedal assist mode, so if you're light on the throttle, you can stretch a single charge through a full day of riding. On the trail, that 26 by 4.0-inch fat tire setup, plus the front hydraulic suspension, makes a big difference in comfort. The bike feels planted on rocky paths, loose gravel, and even snow or beach sand, which is where fat tires really earn their keep. Combined with a Shimano 7-speed drivetrain, you have enough gears to spin comfortably, whether you're climbing a hill with pedal assist or just cruising under throttle on flat ground. The colorful LCD display is a nice touch too. You can clearly see speed, battery, and assist level at a glance, which helps on longer rides. Where the ZA01 shines is versatility. It's rated for riders from about 5'6" to 6'5", supports up to roughly 330 pounds, and is built on a high-carbon steel frame that feels solid and confidence-inspiring. 6. CBVELO EK4-hei-yydscbv. This is a folding 20-inch fat tire e-bike that aims to blend power, portability, and comfort. Under the frame, you're looking at a motor in the 750 to 1000 WT class, paired with a 48V, around 20 Ah removable battery, which gives it solid acceleration and respectable range for commutes and casual trail riding. The 20-inch fat tires offer a surprising amount of grip and cushioning, especially in urban environments where you're dealing with curbs, potholes, and mixed surfaces. The folding frame is the big selling point here. Being able to fold the bike down means you can stash it in a car trunk, RV, office corner, or apartment hallway without dedicating a ton of space to it. That portability is a real game changer if you want the benefits of a fat tire bike but live in a dense city or have limited storage. Add in a 7-speed drivetrain and multi-mode riding, throttle plus pedal assist, and you have a pretty flexible platform for commuting, errands, and light off-road paths. On the road, the EK4 style setup feels nimble thanks to the shorter wheelbase and smaller wheels. The fat tires soak up a lot of the chatter from bricks, gravel, and badly patched asphalt, and the electric assist takes the sting out of hills or headwinds. For many riders, this is the fun city bike that also doesn't mind cutting through a park or taking a slightly rougher shortcut home. 5. SASIKEIBIKE E7. The E7 steps things up with a more serious, full-size layout and an emphasis on long range. This bike uses a powerful 52V system with a large capacity, waterproof, hidden removable battery integrated into the frame, which not only looks clean, but also protects the cells from the elements. That higher voltage setup helps the motor deliver smoother, stronger assistance, especially when you're climbing or accelerating from a stop. On the road, riders report being able to hit into the high 20s miles per hour range while still being able to pedal comfortably, which says a lot about the gearing and the motor tuning. The E7 includes dual suspension with front shocks plus a rear shock, which takes a lot of the sting out of rough streets and light trails. Combine that with fat tires and mechanical disc brakes, and you get a bike that feels surprisingly capable in varied conditions. From city commuting to weekend adventure rides, one standout element here is fit and weight capacity. Riders up to around 7 feet tall have been able to ride this platform comfortably, and it's rated for about a 300-pound rider, which opens it up to a wide range of body types. That makes the E7 a compelling option if you've previously struggled to find an e-bike that doesn't feel cramped or underpowered under a heavier rider. That said, there are some quirks with the E7 that keep it outside the top 3. 4. DAMSON R5. The R5, often marketed in similar form as the R5 Pro, a powerful, long-range, all-terrain e-bike with serious specs. It uses a 1000 W peak brushless hub motor with about 85 Nm of torque, which gives it the muscle to climb steeper hills and maintain higher speeds, up to about 28 miles per hour, without feeling strained. Paired with a 48V 20 amp-hours, around 960 watt-hours battery, the R5 can deliver up to about 65 miles of range in pedal assist under ideal conditions, making it a legitimate long-range option. The R5 rolls on 26 by 4.0-inch fat tires, getting you a nice blend of stability, comfort, and off-road traction. A dual suspension system, with a hydraulic suspension fork up front and rear shock absorption, smooths out rough terrain and makes longer rides more comfortable. Hydraulic disc brakes front and rear give you predictable, strong stopping power, which is crucial on a heavier, faster fat tire e-bike like this. What stands out with the R5 is how complete it feels as a package. You get an aluminum alloy frame that helps keep weight reasonable while still supporting up to about 400 pounds of load. Plus a 7-speed drivetrain for flexible pedaling at different speeds. It folds for storage, which is impressive given its size, making it easier to transport in a vehicle or stash in tighter living spaces. Lighting is handled with a bright front lamp and rear taillight for visibility, rounding it out as a capable commuter and adventure bike. 3. EUYBIKE Electric Mountain Bike. An EUYBIKE electric mountain bike in the same family as models like the F6 and K6 Pro. Powerful, long-range fat tire machines designed to blur the line between commuter and off-road e-moped. These bikes typically use a 750 to 1000 W brushless motor, often peaking higher, paired with a 48V 16Ah or larger battery, giving you strong acceleration, excellent climbing, and a real-world range that can stretch from roughly 50 to 80 miles in low PAS levels. A key characteristic of EUYBIKE's fat tire models is how they're tuned. Riders note that the bikes have tons of power available on hills, and even in Eco or PAS1, there's enough assist to keep you moving without struggling, though sometimes with a bit of a delayed, all-or-nothing cadence sensor personality. The fat tires, often 20x4.0 or 26x4.0 inches depending on the model, add that familiar plush ride and traction on gravel, grass, snow, or sand. On the trail, the suspension and motor combo lets you climb steep grades that would be punishing on a traditional bike. The bikes often feature adjustable settings in the display, including wheel size, Class 2 or Class 3 limits, and sometimes voltage parameters, giving more advanced riders a bit of room to customize behavior. You also get information-rich displays that show speed, PAS level, trick distance, max speed, and averages, which is handy when you want to track performance. 2. Lectric XPeak 2.0. This is a bike that's rapidly become known as one of the best value all-terrain fat tire e-bikes on the market. Lectric has built a strong reputation by shipping feature-packed e-bikes at surprisingly low prices. And the XPeak 2.0 continues that trend with thoughtful upgrades over the first generation. It rolls on 26x4.0-inch Chaoyang fat tires that come pre-installed with slime to help prevent flats, which is a small but very practical touch for real-world riders. One of the big improvements is the drivetrain. The XPeak 2.0 uses an 8-speed Shimano Altus setup with an 11 to 32T freewheel and trigger shifter. Replacing the older 7-speed tourney with a smaller range, that means smoother, more precise shifting and better gearing for both climbing and high-speed pedaling. For braking, it ups the game with a huge 203mm rotor in the front and a 180mm rotor in the rear, paired with hydraulic brakes on most trims, giving it impressive stopping power and control, especially on steep or technical descents. Handling is a standout on the XPeak 2.0. The slightly raised handlebars and ergonomic lock-on grips provide a comfortable, controlled riding position that feels stable on rough terrain and nimble when you need to maneuver around obstacles. The frame geometry is tuned to keep the bike balanced, so whether you're on sandy trails, rocky sections, or urban streets, it feels predictable and confidence-inspiring. 1. Aventon Adventure 2 e-bike. The Aventon Adventure 2, a fat tire e-bike that sets the benchmark for refinement, safety, and all-terrain performance in this category. This bike is TÜV safety certified, which speaks to its electrical and mechanical safety standards, and it comes from one of the most respected names in the e-bike world. It's built as an all-terrain machine with 4-inch fat tires, a suspension fork, and a powerful motor that can assist you up to 28 miles per hour, making it a true Class 3 e-bike. One of the defining features of the Adventure 2 is its torque sensor. Instead of the simple on-off feel of basic cadence sensors, the torque sensor measures how hard you're pedaling and matches your effort with proportional motor assistance. The result is a much more natural, intuitive riding experience that feels like you've just grown stronger legs rather than having a motor suddenly drag you forward. With 4 levels of pedal assist plus throttle on demand, you can dial in exactly how much help you want, from light fitness rides to full boost cruising. In terms of range and practicality, the Adventure 2 is equally impressive. It offers up to about 60 miles of range under ideal conditions, which, combined with its 400-pound total weight limit, makes it suitable for riders plus cargo, child seats, or panniers. The bike itself weighs about 77 pounds and comes in sizes designed to fit riders from roughly 5'1" up to about 6'4", depending on frame size, making it more inclusive than many generic one-size bikes. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.